Matthew 6, verse 1. Take heed that you do not do your charitable deeds before men to be seen by them. Otherwise, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. You see the heart of that guy right there? I mean, it's between you and God. And of course, the other person that you're going to help out. But that's what he's asking right there. You see, you got to have the right heart in order to do that. Or you can be like what he says right after, or you can sound the trumpet and say, hey, I'm going to bless so-and-so. Hey, I want to bless so-and-so. Hey, I did that to so-and-so. There's your reward. There's your reward. You got it. Therefore, when you do a charitable deed, do not sound the trumpet before you as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have their glory from men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But when you do a charitable deed, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, that your charitable deed may be in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you openly. There it is, a life of reward. The Lord himself rewarding you. And it can only be measured between you and God. It can only be measured by you doing something that you know, man, God's asking you to do that, and just doing it. Not letting your left hand or your right hand know what the other's doing. That means, to me, just get out of your mind. Don't think about it. Just do the will of God, and he's going to take care of it. And when you pray, you shall not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the corners of the street, that they may be seen by men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place. And your Father who sees in the secret will reward you openly. Once again, a prayer life that can only be measured between you and God. Verse 24, Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it. That's the hard issue right there. What about me? What about how I feel? My heart. I feel like this. No, they did that to me. That was wrong. That's the desire to save your own life. When we can say, man, Lord, that really hurt. Oh, what that guy did, I was hurt by that. When we can give it to God and keep our heart right, God can do so much with that. Whoever desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. The beautiful thing is someone may be thinking, well, if I keep doing that, people think I'm like a rug, and they keep stepping on me. They keep doing, they keep treating me bad. But that's not true. That's not true, because as God takes care of the situation, and as you do the right thing, God just automatically makes situations work. He makes people respect you. He makes favor come upon you. He makes the blessing overtake you. And you forget about all that stuff. And what I've come to realize is that as I've done that stuff's fallen away. It doesn't even matter anymore. You know what matters? Man, God is just blessing my life. God is there when I'm asking to seek Him. He's right there. And that's what I would like more. I want more of the abiding presence of the Lord. I want more of the blessing that God has in store for me, the rewards He says that we get in this life. And we got to know that we're doing this with purpose. We're not walking around and being doormats for people, but we have lives of purpose. We purposely let the person talk evil of us, persecute us, and we watch our heart. We keep our heart right. We do whatever the Lord's calling us to do in that situation. You got to hear from Him. And for me, I always say this, and this is how I know that it's not the will of God. I say that's the old Jay. The old Jay would do that. The old Jay would say that. And I'm just not going to do it. And as I've come to seeing the old Jay and what I would what Jesus would do, I can see what I shouldn't say. I can know what I shouldn't think. And it comes by you wanting to have your heart right, you wanting to seek God, you wanting to do His will, you wanting to just give this life a shot, a life in the Lord, a shot in seeing what God can do, And I'm just like you. I was sitting down 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a while. God's just done amazing things. And all I've ever done is acknowledge where I went wrong. And sometimes I've stayed wrong and been angry and I took offense. But I've come through it. You know how I come through it? Because God's real. And that's the bottom line. You got to know that. God is real. You can be offended, you can be hurt, you can be angry, but you cannot deny that there's a real living God out there. And if He's done anything in your life, and He has it, or you wouldn't be here. You got to know that this stuff's for you. This stuff's for you.